In Islam, helping people purifies you. Yes, this is zakat, one of the pillars of Islam. It is more than charity. It is a moral obligation, a sacred duty rooted in the very soul of the Islamic faith. The word zakat comes from the Arabic verb tazakka, meaning to purify. This meaning isn't symbolic, it is deeply spiritual and psychological. When a Muslim gives, even a small portion of their wealth to someone in need, they are not just helping another person, they are purifying themselves. They are cleansing their heart of greed, selfishness, and attachment to material possessions. They're freeing themselves from the grip of the ego. This act of giving transforms both the giver and the receiver. You may wonder, how does giving away money purify you? Because in Islam, it is understood that we naturally love what we earn. We work for it, sweat for it, dream through it. Money represents effort, time, and sacrifice. So when you willingly take some of it and give it to someone less fortunate, someone who might be struggling to feed their child or stay warm, you're performing a deep act of emotional and moral strength. The Quran says, "And whoever is protected from the stinginess of their soul, it is they who will be successful." And it also says, "Take from their wealth a charity by which you purify them and elevate them." This is not just about money, it's about elevation of the self and of society. How beautiful it is that a Muslim is taught to see giving not as a loss, but as a path to success. That success is twofold. Yes, there is a spiritual reward, a belief that God, Allah, the most just, will account for every act of kindness on the day of judgment. But success also appears in this world, in the joy of seeing someone smile because of your help, in the peace that comes from knowing you've made a difference, in the personal growth of becoming someone greater than your own desires. Zakat breaks down barriers. It reminds us that wealth is a trust. It reorients the heart from what's mine to how can I help? It builds a culture of dignity and responsibility where no one is left behind and no one is left unchallenged to give. Every Muslim, regardless of status, is encouraged to give, even if it's a little, because zakat is not about the amount, but the sincerity. It's an act of worship, just like prayer or fasting, a way for a Muslim to draw closer to God, Allah, not only by kneeling in solitude, but by lifting others in compassion. In a world often driven by competition and self-interest, Islam offers a different lens. True greatness is not in how much you keep, but in how much you give. Real success is not in wealth alone, but in a heart liberated from greed, eager to serve, to share, and to uplift. This is zakat. This is how helping people purifies you. And this spirit of giving as purification is not just personal, it is social. Zakat isn't left to chance or mood. It's not an occasional act of generosity, it's a system of justice woven into the fabric of the Muslim community. It ensures that wealth circulates, that the poor are not forgotten, and that society remains connected by compassion. Think of it as a built-in social safety net, not run by governments or NGOs, but by ordinary people who feel responsible for one another, because their faith makes them accountable. Zakat teaches that we rise by lifting others, and that what we give away never really leaves us. It lives on in the lives we touch, in the prayers of the poor, and in the peace we find within. But here's what's remarkable. When zakat is given sincerely, the giver benefits more than the receiver. The receiver gets temporary relief, but the giver gains eternal reward, emotional growth, and spiritual clarity. It's not just an act of charity, it's an act of transcendence. A reminder that our true value lies in our ability to care. So, to the thoughtful, searching soul, if you've ever felt that wealth in today's world often leads to division, ego, or loneliness, Islam responds by saying, give, share, purify. Let your success include someone else's smile, because helping people purifies you.